Good afternoon to those who listen. It's June 26th, 2025, 12:23 p.m. And wow. Wow. Okay, so I got some weird connections to some weird stuff that's going on that might explain what is going on with a bunch of stuff. And let's see how I'm going to try to explain this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so wow. Okay, so what connected it was yesterday was the RFK video about the wearables, right? And then I just saw a Richie from Boston video where they're showing a picture of somebody wearing a wearable, and it showed a bunch of symbols and stuff on their arm. Okay? Wow. Okay, check this out. I did some videos on this TV show back in 2020 about the show on ABC called Emergence. It was about a town where there was a plane crash and a lot of strange things started happening, and this girl showed up, and the town sheriff, or I think it was a sheriff, took in this kid. The kid wound up being an AI robot. Wow. Okay, here's the trailer for this show. Wow. And there's a lot of strange things happening in it. It looks like there's northern lights. It looks like there's flashing lights. The flashing light phenomenon that's been going on. The glitching. Watch this. There's the flashing lights. Everything's glitching. So there's, well, maybe it's not northern lights, maybe it's just the lights from the plane crash. But look at all the lights have been going on and off, flashing. And there's some kind of weird plane crash. And here,
I found a kid at the crash site I'm being told wasn't even on the plane. I can help you.
She doesn't have a scratch on her. She doesn't remember anything.
this girl,
Doesn't know where she's from.
Can I go home?
hold on,
Where's home?
hold on. So this girl right here, she is now one of the stars in Thunderbolts. Her name is Amanda Swinton. This was, I think, her first major show. She was like the lead actress in this show. But anyway, let me go back.
Plane. I can help you.
She doesn't have a scratch on her. She doesn't.
So the girl doesn't remember who she is, where she lives, nothing. And she doesn't even know she's AI until afterwards she finds out. And they don't know that she's AI right away, but then she starts having these weird special powers.
Anything. She doesn't know her name. Doesn't know where she's from.
Can I go home?
Where's home?
So what are you gonna do? Keep a kid you just found? What's the plan?
I don't have a plan, Dad.
I didn't know what else to do.
Glitching.
What's going on? You fostering this kid or something?
Keeping her here temporarily.
Donald Faison was in
They
this.
couldn't just abandon her.
There's a man and a woman in here, and they say they're the girl's parents. Thank you, Chief Evans. Is Olivia all right?
Kids, they wander off. Can I see your pictures of Olivia?
We've answered your questions. I'd like to see my daughter.
Don't touch the sides. Pull prints, run them immediately.
Wait, what happened?
They are not who they say they are.
Wow, this is weird. This is creepy.
I'm gonna keep you safe. I am not gonna let them take you.
Where do they want to take me?
I bet the answer is in here somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
Don't be mad.
They didn't show her arm. Wow. Hold on.
definition of the term emergence comes from the Latin word meaning bringing to light. In this sense, it means the process of becoming visible or coming into existence.
Wow.
In its most abstract and metaphorical sense, emergence describes the universal process of creation that is both a very fundamental and pervasive
666
feature to our world, as it plays out in all types of
Wow.
systems.
Oh.
Emergence involves the creation of something new that could not have been expected from a description of the parts prior to its creation. Indeed, the 17th century Latin meaning to the word meant something similar to unforeseen occurrence. This novelty to emergence comes in a spectrum of strengths. These strengths account for the different types of emergence.
I'm finding creepy stuff on this. Okay, now here's a trailer for this ballet. I have no idea. I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff out here. I'm gonna explain everything. Holy moly. It's just weird. Does this have anything to do with AI? Here's just a random video that's defining emergence.
The word emerging is often used colloquially to mean something like giving rise to or becoming apparent.
Giving rise
and
to.
emerging, emergent, and emergence are also technical terms. So today I want to explain what physicists mean by emergence, which is also the way that the expression is often, but not always, used by philosophers. Emergent, broadly speaking, refers to novel types of behavior in systems with many interacting constituents.
Wow.
A good example is the la-ola wave that you sometimes see in the audience of sporting events. It's not something you can do alone. It only becomes possible because of the interactions between people and their neighbors.
Or interactions between
very similar
AI,
in many condensed matter
learning
systems.
machines. They all
In these
collaborate
systems,
between
the
themselves.
interactions between atomic constituents give rise to.
All right, so I'm just kind of. Wow. So this is pretty much what I've got for that. Okay, now let me try to explain what I'm going on with this emergence. Where is it now? Now it's gone. What the heck? There it is. All right, so I was hoping to see the thing with.
Hey, Chief. What do we got?
A plane.
I was hoping to see the thing
A brand new series.
with her thing on the arm. But they made it kind of mysterious.
Emergence, a brand new series, starts Monday the 20th of April on Fox.
Fox. It was supposed to be on. It was supposed to be. Wow. Hold on. It was supposed to be on ABC, not Fox. What the heck? See if there's anything different in this one. Sorry, this is turning out to be a long video.
Kindred? I'm Joe Evans. I'm the chief of police down in Southold. If I could just have a minute of your time.
Mr. Kindred is on a very tight schedule, but if you call his office, I'm sure you can make an appointment.
You want to maybe take your hand off me?
Sorry. Yes. So sorry.
That's all right. It's just that I found something that belongs to Mr. Kindred, and I thought maybe you might want it back.
The guy from Lost.
Who did you say you were?
Joe Evans, police chief in Southold.
I think I've got wine from Southold.
You know what? I bet you do. Is this yours by any chance?
I'm not sure. Where was it found?
Car crash a couple nights ago. Double fatality. Pretty gruesome.
It's possible. We have a lot of products in development.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I get that. You guys are pretty busy, I bet.
Why don't you leave it with me? I'll be happy to have my team take a look at it.
You know what? I would so appreciate that. I mean, sure couldn't figure out what the heck it was, so. Thanks so much for your time.
Of course.
Southall!
Where is it?
What's that now?
What did you do with it?
Oh gosh, is something missing, Mr. Kindred? Guess that does belong to you after all, huh? Mystery solved.
Do you know what I do when people steal my property?
I do not, but I would love to hear all about that. What was in there anyway? Must have been pretty important. Oh, okay. Well, listen, it was so nice to meet you. I will definitely reach out if we find any more of your property. Oh, and hey,
100, no
I
worries.
really like your office.
Emily! Now!
She wound up helping. That didn't really help. But, wow. All right, so let me try to go through this really fast. Wow. All right, so this show came out supposedly in September of 2019 and went through May of 2020. One season only, 13 episodes only. In the show, this kid here was actually AI robot, didn't even know until, things started happening. She figured out she had powers and all this stuff. And she had this weird thing that would shine on her arm, and it would show like it was like a panel, and it reminds me of the wearables. Okay, sorry this is so long, but here's what it looked like. Now what the girl in the TV show, it showed that on her arm, obviously without a wearable. It was just like built inside her skin. All right, so what I'm going to say is going to sound crazy, but all right, so what if there's a connection between that TV show that was predictive programming, that the AI was going to emerge, or there would be an emergence of AI. We had all of the plane crashes, this is what happened. The plane crash happened. When the plane crash happened, there was lots of glitches, flashing lights. When the planes started crashing, it was what, November of last year? November 2024 is when all the planes started crashing. And then they kept going into the beginning of the year. And then all the flashing lights started. From Mr. MBB, he started recording all, and people started sending all the videos in November of 2024. Then there was all the drones, all the drone activity that was going on all at the same time too. Is it possible that the flashing light phenomenon and the plane crashes was caused, whether it was intentional or not, probably wasn't intentional, but maybe the emergence of AI, and the AI was surging with power and causing planes to crash and causing the flashing lights to happen. Wow, that's just crazy, but I wish I had it's weird, I went back on my videos and I cannot find any of the videos I did on that TV show. And I know I did a bunch of them, but they're not there. They're gone. They're just gone. But this girl had this, and it looked really similar to that. And of course, if you look at all these are all hexagons. That's all 666. So, is there some kind of a connection between AI? What if AI is using up so much power, like say right now, because you hear about that the AI is going to need so much power to be able to run on these servers, which is another one, that one show Next, where the AI took over. Oh my goodness, I'll have to do another video on that. Holy moly, but I still think I got my Next videos on my channel still. But anyway, that's another whole thing, but it was about that, how AI was taking over, and then it was becoming it wanted to branch out, and because it was in a server, but then it branched out so it could connect and talk with all the other AI and spread and take over. And then they cause power outages and stuff like that to happen too. But anyway, gosh, this is a long video. I didn't mean to make it this long. But what if there's some kind of weird connection where, because we know that the AI is going to need more power. The president has said that they're going to recommission some of these power plants to be able to put out the power for the AI because it needs so much power. I remember the president saying that it's going to need at least 10% more power, and I know it's probably going to need more, to run. What if right now there's not enough power for the AI to run, and it's overloading systems, circuits, whatever, and it's causing the lights to flash. It's causing power surges where maybe the planes, their navigation, their whatever, GPS is being affected and they're crashing. Wow, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to maybe do a more concise video on this. Sorry it took so long, but thanks for sticking with me because that's crazy. What if there's a connection between that? Maybe it's not, because there's lots of, it's got to be some kind of a power thing, which Mr. MBB is on to. But what if it's not the space weather or whatever is going on? What if it's AI sucking up all the energy and causing this to happen? Wow. Thanks for watching. God bless.